They just raised $500 million like a few weeks ago. And then they went around and put $400 million into the stadium. They have a lot of money to burn. They are aggressively trying to acquire customers. And they are really trying to penetrate the banks. This is interesting. If you've heard of SoFi, SoFi really made its name providing, it's a fintech lender. What does that mean? Fintech is basically like startup tech companies in financial services. They've raised $2.5 billion, a lot of money. It's not clear to me how much of that $2.5 billion is equity versus debt, right? Because they need to lend money out. They really made their name lending money for student loans, but now they do a variety of lending. They just bought the rights to the Rams and Chargers football stadium in LA. Anyone want to guess how much money they spent for this? $400 million. They just raised $500 million like a few weeks ago. And then they went around and put $400 million into the stadium. Granted, this is a 20-year deal, but what you're seeing these fintech lenders do, again, linear, also do things like this. This number used to be 2% interest that they would pay you. It went down by 20 basis points because the Fed lowered their interest rate. So, but these numbers are astronomical. 1.8%. Wealthfront is doing the same thing. These are all linear fintech companies that are. This isn't like a CD. You're not locking up this money. All you do is just put your money here, and they start paying you 1.8% on it on an annual basis. I mean, these are astronomically high, right? Any traditional bank is getting nowhere near this level of interest rate. So, and I think they guarantee up to $1 million, right? Kind of like federally insured, in the account, which is also much higher. I think it's usually maybe $100,000 or $200,000. So, these fintech companies' point here is they have a lot of money to burn. They are aggressively trying to acquire customers, and they are really trying to penetrate the banks. They haven't claimed victory yet. But this kind of stuff, if I'm a bank, is very scary. I mean, US Bank, they have the naming rights for the Vikings football stadium, right? I mean, it's big companies that buy naming rights on football stadiums. SoFi is trying to just make some big moves here and really carve out some territory for themselves. So, yeah, I don't know. Is it an appropriate use of funds? Who knows? But $20 million a year, maybe, right? Maybe. Still linear, not platform, but still linear. And now doing a lot of things besides lending. Hi, this is Alex Mozed. Thanks for joining us on Winner Take All. If you enjoyed the content today, which I bet you did, please comment, subscribe, and definitely message me on Twitter when we're doing live streams. Also, please note, all opinions expressed about stocks or public companies on the show are exactly that, opinions. This is not investment advice. Don't act on it. WisdomTree licensed Applico's Platform Insights data product to aid in the creation of the PLAT ETF. Thanks for joining us.